Hello my scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my channel today. It's Melinda here with you, and I have my most recent share for the Traci Reed Designs team. Today I'm playing along with Sketchy Sunday. I think this is number 32, and I showed you the sketch right at the beginning. I'm playing with the gorgeous new Autumn Enchantment collection. I just couldn't resist this ombre rainbow background. This was available, I'm not sure if it still is, I really should find out the details. I will find out the details and I'll leave them below for you. I know that it was available over on the Sweet Shop Designs store as part of a mystery bundle thing, but I will find out the details and pop them below, but I just couldn't resist using this, obviously. So I have printed that rainbow ombre pattern paper on 12x12 white textured cardstock, and also the other black one with all the icons from this collection on white cardstock as well. And when I printed this collection, I think I mentioned this in my last video, I printed the Traveler's Notebook papers, the Traveler's Notebook signatures, the 4x6 cards, the stickers. And that was pretty much what I started with for this one. So that's what I'm working with today, apart from those two 12x12s that I told you I printed. If you looked at the sketch, you will know that in the background it's two pattern papers cut on the diagonal. I really did try. I promise I did try, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. You will see in the stills that I have compromised a little bit, and on that diagonal I've scattered some leaves and some sequins, which I didn't record the process for. But the sequins are from Spiegelmum Scraps, and I really like just the extra little details it adds. So you can see I've got my stack of papers and my photo. This is of my big guy from 2012, so he was only about 2.5 at the time. It's just an adorable little photo that I got of him, and you can see I'm just working on all those layers. I got to this point and realized that I hadn't put in my circle element, so I grabbed a bowl, flipped that over and traced that to what I felt like was the rightish size, and then I played with the stencil, but I wasn't loving the way that looked, so I jumped back into my stash and I ended up pulling out a doily, which works out perfectly. But I didn't love that I could see the line through the lace parts of the doily, so I just rubbed that out. I'm going to stick all of my layers down. I'm going to work my way from the bottom up pretty much, and just stack them in messy layers the same way that they are on the sketch. And I'm going to ink all of the edges on this one with the Black Soot Archival ink, because I wanted to have that more obvious break between each of the patterns. There are a lot of patterns on here, so I felt like that separated it enough. Adding some dimension to my photo. For this one I have stuck very close to the sketch apart from that diagonal in the background, but I kind of feel like I got away with it because I did put that scatter of pretty things along that diagonal, so I'm just going to call that a win. But if you've been following me for a little while, you'll know that I love sketches for many different reasons. It can be a really easy way, a really great jumping off point, especially if you are going to follow it closely, to just get some paper and some photos stuck down and some memories recorded, if you're finding that your mojo is a bit lacking. Or it can be a great jumping off point to, you can start maybe with that stack in the middle and end up with something that doesn't remotely look like the sketch, but that's where you drew inspiration from. I love sketches. So yeah, what's your favourite way to use the sketch? Do share. Let me know in the comments below. What is your favourite way to use the sketch, or do you hate them? Do you find that they maybe stifle your creativity, or you never know where to start, or you love them and why you love them? I decided as I was flipping through this collection that I wanted to use this title. It says "Slow down and enjoy the season." This photo was taken in August 2012, and I was specifically talking about the season of having one child. My youngest son was born in August 2012, and this particular photo, I remember it so distinctly. I remember taking it. I remember the look on his little face. I had gone to my first scrapbooking retreat. I was very, very pregnant. I think I was 36 weeks pregnant. Needless to say, I did scare some of the other ladies there. And, you know, the season that I was talking about was the season of young children, the season of being a parent to one child, the season of just their sweet little innocent faces being sweet little innocent faces. I look at photos like this and I'm reminded that it feels like it was only 5 minutes ago that they were this small, and all of a sudden, you know, I've got an almost 13-year-old and a 10-year-old. So slow down and enjoy the season was the reason that I went with, is the title I went with for this page. And for all of those reasons that I just said, you will see that I add in my journaling, and I've added it pretty much in the same, well, it is in the same place as it is on the sketch. I've added extra. I couldn't help myself. And this page has actually got 2 dates on it. So this label that I'm putting in now will have the date the photo was taken. I feel like that is something that I wanted to have recorded on this particular page. I may go back and use this photo to scrapbook more this exact memory or something more specific to that time, whereas the journaling is definitely, you know, looking back on this photo, and I've got October 2022 on the layout as well. Generally speaking, when I do layouts with 2 dates like this, I tend to put it in my album the date that the journaling's from, because I feel like it's more relevant to that particular time. I'll read you my journaling while I'm putting my page together. I remember this day, and at the very moment I snapped this photo of you. You and Dad had dropped me off at my first ever scrappy retreat, and I was very pregnant with Hunter, about 36 weeks in fact. I remember looking at your sweet little face and being awed at how big you were already, and what an amazing big brother you would be. It was super strange being away from you, but I had a great time. So you can see I'm just penciling my lines in there. I do end up going over them with a pen as well, and I do add more. I just grab my T-square ruler and my pencil again. I didn't want to risk having really unstraight lines and being upset with myself. So you can see I've just added that in there. I'm not going to add a great deal more to this page. I didn't feel like it needed it. I do add off camera some little mushrooms to the bottom right hand corner of the photo and up to the top left corner of the photo. And like I said, the leaves and sequins on that diagonal from the top right to the bottom left. The sequin mix that I used is called Butterfly Garden. It's from Spiegel Mum Scraps. I'll link that in the description box below as well. But yeah, I really love playing along with these sketches with Traci's. They're so fun to play with and so versatile. If you've been following a little while, you see that I've used them for Traveller's Noble pages, as well as, you know, your traditional 12x12 layouts. The other girls on the team have done some amazing things with this sketch. I really, really wanted to do that diagonal, so I may have to use this sketch again and not cheat. But just adding my final touches here. I added some black splatters, and I felt like with all the colours here that the gold worked really well, so I'm adding a few little gold splatters as well. And that is pretty much it. Remembering to cover up my photo after I got black ink on the photo, and thankfully was able to pick it up again. If you have any questions, please make sure you do drop them below. Leave me an answer to my question as well. How do you feel about sketches? Do you like them? Do you hate them? You know, is it a case of I'll do one if I have to? I'd love to know your thoughts on them. If you do have any questions, like I said, please make sure you drop them below. Make sure you hop along to the Traci Reed's blog the Traci Reed blog as well, so you can see all of the amazing inspiration from the other girls on the team. There is new girls on the team as well that's just been announced, so make sure you pop over and check those out. Leave them some love. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. I hope that you enjoy. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your scrappy time with me, and I hope you have a fantastic scrappy day.